Hello, so in this video we're going to go through how to remove liquid nails from a wall. So behind me you can see the traces of liquid nails. There was paneling on the wall and they obviously used liquid nails as extra support besides the nails. So I have another video where I show you how to remove the entire panels all in one piece, and then this is a follow-up to that video about now what do you do with this liquid nails, how do you get it off? Best way to do liquid nails is a heat gun and a scraper. So some people want to just use a scraper. If you do that, you're gonna have the residue still on the surface. I'm gonna attach some pictures here that show that even if you scrape it, the liquid nails will still be proud of the surface, and you're gonna have a bigger problem than if you just scraped it down to the paint. So you're gonna need a heat gun. Some people want to use a hair dryer. Hair dryer just doesn't get hot enough. I picked up a heat gun from, I think it was Harbor Freight, for under $20. It works great, heats up fast, and then the scraper is just a 1-inch scraper. I'll show you that in a minute. But the goal is to get all of that liquid nails down to the paint and off. And then once you get it, even if it's really close and you didn't get every little bit, you can take a sander and just sand it down, and then you can mud it. So if I spin around to this other wall, you can see behind me, let me get in here a little bit. I already finished it. Sorry about the shadows. I already finished it. And then I got my first coat of mud on there, and then I'll sand it. So I got the liquid nails off. I did scrape some of the paint, got past the drywall paper, but then you just mud it. You're gonna be mudding it anyways. And then if I spin it around again, the wall behind me, it's got its first coat of primer on it. So I'm kind of in different stages. Some things that you see here, like this area, that's the second coat that I'm touching up. I hit it with primer first so I could see the inconsistencies, and there was a couple, so I wanted to fill those in. So here I have the heat gun, and I just have a typical scraper. There's two settings on the heat gun. For my heat gun, I'm gonna set it to high. So, okay, before I start this, what I would say is it takes about 20 to 30 seconds to get this glue heated up to scrape it. I also like to put the scraper in the picture of the heat gun or in the range of the heat gun, because when the scraper gets hot, it also helps scrape it. The other thing is, in a weird twist, the thicker the glue is, the easier it is to get off. So I'm gonna get started. So basically, you're gonna want to just scrape. And you just go down as you do it. So in this case, you can see there, it looks like there's residue left over. It's actually just a discoloration of the surface, because you can kind of feel that it's smooth when I do this. But what I also like to do is I like to take my belt sander and just clean that edge up. Sander, this is actually 80 grit, but it's a little bit worn down. But I'm just gonna put it on this wall just to break the surface to clean it and prep it for the mud. So that's all it took. So there is a divot here along here. So you're just gonna take your mud, fill it in, let it dry, sand it, and most of the time one coat is effective enough. Then once you do that, you're gonna wanna primer the whole wall. So why you want to primer the whole wall is so you can see any slight imperfections, and then you can go back and touch those up. But that's the easiest way to take liquid nails off a wall. Typically it's caused from the paneling, but there's other methods you could try, but I found this works. It's a little tedious, but it's also the quickest way to do it.